Well, Elon is issuing a political threat, and it is the starkest political threat. And we know why. So, Elon Musk just made his starkest political threat since that election. So, this is by Hadas Gold out of CNN. This was very recent. So, it was around Monday, June the 30th, that this article was posted, and everybody kind of like looked away from Elon because Elon was supposedly walking away from the political theater that has been going on. So this is Elon Musk, who he looks on during a news conference with the US President Trump in the Oval Office. So May 30th. So after declaring he was stepping away from the political spotlight, Elon got right back into it, but in a way that is different. So as the Senate debated President Donald Trump's BBB, which is the Big Beautiful Bill, on Monday before a final vote, Musk issued a stark warning. A stark warning by way of social media on X, his platform. So every member of Congress who campaigned on reducing government spending and then immediately voted for the biggest debt increase in history should hang their head in shame. And they will lose their primary next year if it is the last thing I do on earth. And this is what he wrote. So, if anybody remembers, Elon, outside of all the people who voted Trump in, Elon's money helped push him in his position in office. So, as you go up the ladder, you shall come down, they say. So a few hours later, he went further on, declaring that on X, that if the insane spending bill passes, the America Party will be formed the next day. Okay. America Party. So think about that. Our country needs an alternative to the Democrat-Republican Uni Party. You heard that, right? Because some people, they're upset with Republicans, and I've been hearing more recently that people have been disappointed with the way Democrats handle some things. So it sounds like Elon is proposing an American party, which is probably outside of the Democrats and Republicans altogether. So that the people actually have a voice, he wrote. Let me read that again. A few hours later, he went further, declaring on his X platform that if the insane spending bill passes, the America Party will be formed the next day. Our country needs an alternative to the Democrat and Republican Uni Party so that the people actually have a voice, he wrote. So in a late night post on social media, this is what he said. And Trump then hit back against Musk and threatened to direct the Department of Government Efficiency against the tech billionaire. So they've been bumping heads. Elon may get more subsidy than any human being in history by far, and without subsidies, Elon would probably have to close up shop and head back home to South Africa. No more rocket launches, satellites, electric car production, and our country would save a fortune. Perhaps we should have Doge take a good hard look at this. Big money to be saved, Trump wrote on the Truth Social. So that was his threat. For weeks, Musk has rallied against Trump's policy bill. okay, leading to a very public and ugly fight with Trump earlier this month. In a flurry of ex posts several weeks ago, Musk had proposed starting a new political party. Sounds like that's what the America Party is. It's the people's voice. So that proposal resurfaced on Monday. So when Musk said, it is obvious that with the insane spending of this bill, which increases the debt ceiling by a record $5 trillion, that we live in a one-party country, the Porky Pig Party. Time for a new political party that actually cares about the people. Wow. So Musk's resolution to support candidates who plan to launch primary campaigns against members of Congress is one of Musk's most concrete political threats since leaving his post as a White House advisor. So Musk spent more than $275 million to support Trump. Okay, so make no mistake about it, that helped get him elected. It's about the money. And the other Republican candidates in 2024 election as well. He helped them. So in late May, he said in an interview he was planning to cut back on political spending, saying he has done enough. According to the Federal Election Commission filings, Musk Political Action Committee, so America PAC, last gave money in March to support two Republican candidates running in special elections in Florida, Randy Fine and Jimmy Patronis. Musk has long supported closed borders, deportations, and stopping illegal immigration in line with the Trump administration as well. But the domestic policy bill has appeared to trigger a rift between the Tesla CEO and the White House. Musk has argued that the Republican policy bill will increase the debt ceiling, or the debt, calling it debt slavery. So the Senate bill would add nearly $3.3 trillion to the deficit over the next decade, according to the Congressional Budget Office estimates released Sunday. So the Senate legislation cost more than the House approval bill, which would add $2.4 trillion to the deficit over the next decade. And so the Senate package contains deeper tax cuts, fewer spending cuts, and provisions that would raise revenue. So the White House has argued that the bill slashes deficits and that the debt, while unleashing economic growth. Okay, the Trump administration and certain Senate Republicans are opting not to include the cost of extending the 2017 Trump tax cuts in their calculations of the bill's impact on federal deficit. Though Musk has said the loss of electric vehicle or EV and solar energy subsidies and credits in the bill are not why he opposes the legislation. He has complained the bill gives handouts to industries of the past while severely damaging industries of the future. So in his post on Truth Social, Trump defended his position against EV mandates, writing, Elon Musk knew long before that he so strongly endorsed me for president that I was strongly against the EV mandate. It is ridiculous and was always a major part of my campaign. Electric cars are fine, but not everyone should be forced to own one. So that's pretty much how that goes. So they've been warring back and forth over this big beautiful bill. So we shall see. We shall see how this turns out.